Okay. So then, I forgot where I was at. Oh yeah. So Spice was like having an emotional time right there. And like, it was really sad. But again, it just seems so scripted because it is scripted. And it's like she had to like stop crying. So Carly had ended up coming to the door. And when Carly came to the door, she walked in, and I had to write this down. Carly was like, what's the matter? And Spice was gonna respond with, yeah, I'm fine. Like, I busted out laughing because I'm just like, she didn't ask you how you was doing. She was like, she asked you what's the matter? Yeah, I'm fine. That it didn't match. So that's how I know the producers was doing some editing or something right there. All right, so then there was a break there, and then it was like, Scrap is free. And I was like, yes, my man. But he was only free for a few hours. So this is where it gets good. Because, okay, I think it was a scam. Now, at the halfway house, the only way in order to log somebody out for the few hours is they have to be blood related and they can't have any criminal background. Now, his mother, Karen, she just said she's finished with the law. The girl's been through so much. And his brother, Sass, I guess he had a criminal record as well. So she finally found out about another sibling that Scrap has, and I thought it was so funny because she was like, the plan worked. And I'm just like, y'all are some scamming people, Jesus. So then the convo with his dad was kind of weird. His dad recently had a stroke and an aneurysm. I think I may be pronouncing it wrong, I do apologize. But it was weird because Scrap is 30 years old, the same age as his sister, the one who logged him out. And he's just like now meeting his dad, which is really weird. This is what we've all seen Spice do. Remember the color change that Spice did? It dives a little bit into that about why she did it, and she just assumed that she was just too dark. And like the scene was funny but not funny all at the same time because the doctor was just like, she may have to go, you know, get psychological help because why would you want to change your skin and all that other stuff. And that was really sad. So Spice got up and she was like, you know, it's whatever. She ended up what appeared to look like a color change, just put like a whole bunch of makeup on her and it made her look white. And she looked like a damn ghost. Like how you go from being like this beautiful dark chocolate to being a ghost. Like it's not cute. I don't understand, but I feel from where she's coming from because she feels like she has to do what society thinks is acceptable, and it's sad. I feel like she was turning white to deal with her issues. So she invited Carly, Rashida, and Mimi to like her photo shoot where she like showed them that she was like a white person now. And she kept trying to compare what she did to Mimi's breasts. Now, if you guys, you know, follow Mimi, you can actually see an enlargement of her breasts. Of course she got her breasts done. That's a lot of things that the females do in Hollywood. And she was like, it's the same thing as you're doing with your breasts. You got an adjustment. I adjusted my skin. So they had like got into it. And like, I don't know what it is with Mimi, but she is so funny this this season. She turned around and was like, bye Snowflake. I lost it. I lost it. It was just so funny. Okay, so that was the first episode, which was like part 1. What I noticed, I have Comcast, I noticed it was like 2 blocks, and I don't know if that's because it's hour-longs, but it still said season 8, episode 1 under both. So this moves into the second episode, so part 2. It starts off with Shekinah. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with her, but she's Tiny's best friend. She was on the stage. She introduced Rashida and Kirk. Now Rashida and Kirk, Rashida is like really like one of my favorite people from Love and Hip Hop because she's so down to earth. She keeps it so authentic and she's so like real. Like I just love her vibe and everything. Her husband Kirk, they've been married for about 20 years. To give y'all an update, he cheated on her and he actually got another girl pregnant and she ended up having the baby. And everyone was like sort of mad at Rashida and not mad at Rashida because she took him back. But it's just like when you really love someone, you can really get through anything. And like from the outside looking in, we don't know how they are on a day-to-day life basis. So like we really can't judge them. I just thought that was really interesting. And we moved back to the scene with Scrap and his father. And again, it was just really awkward because Scrap is just looking for understanding. Be mindful, his mom, Karen, told him that his father died at the age of 10. So going on through life, he's assuming that his father is dead. His father's actually in prison. So it's like they have to do like a reintroduction of each other. And everyone calls Scrap, and I guess his dad calls him Will. And I think he's a junior, but he said, no one calls me Will. And like, that, I don't know, it was something weird about the scene that is really weird. So I found out Carly's boo name. His name is Mo. They mentioned that. He's really handsome, but he kind of made me nervous because he said they got to plan something to the T. And like when he said to the T, I was just like, why are you talking like that? That's something like I would say. Let's put 2 and 2 together. That's the question mark there. Sorry, Carly. Remember when I told you guys that Eva met Faith and they were together with Stevie? Mimi didn't know that. Now, Mimi's daughter is Eva. And as a woman, it would be best for everyone to be together. Not necessarily Stevie just taking his daughter to go to meet another woman. And Mimi was not having it. So Mimi invited him to the house and all that good stuff. And it was just like kind of like haywire. And like Stevie, he has me weak this season too. Talking about the girl finger waves. Like, why would you talk about her finger waves? Like, they just make up the darndest things. So, to me, a new character. I've never seen her on Love and Hip Hop before. Her name was Pooh. And she's dating some guy in the music industry. And it started the scene out with him leaving. And she had a slumber party with Erica. I'm not sure if you guys remember Erica. But Erica is Lil Scrappy. Is that his name? Deidre.
I don't know.
Lil Scrappy. I think that's his name. He date the BAM now. So
Yeah,
Lil Scrappy. Her. So Erica was there and she's really cool. Mimi and Sierra. Now Sierra, she's cool. She's funny. I don't know if her and that guy still date, but I don't think they date anymore. But they didn't really get into her storyline. She has like a hair shop or something. So she invited Carly over. And she was like, come on in, girl. Because it's not just your lace front that we got to talk about. Why would you read that girl like that? Not the lace front is lifting, child, because I was over it. Sierra is messy. I mean messy boots. Because I understand it's a show. So it's like you're trying to get all the tea out at the same time. But it was just messy. So they were at Pooh's house, all of them together. And Sierra was there too. Carly comes in and starts talking about Pooh. Pooh and them, they used to be like really good friends, I assume. But they're not anymore. So she was like that Pooh would be messing with the guys and then that they would be leaving and she would leave with them and like she's a married woman and messy, 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 messy. I just be confused on what blogs they be talking about because I would like to see those blogs because evidently they talk about a lot. Alright, so now we move back into Kirk and Rashida. Now again, remember I told you guys that he had a baby by another lady. And Rashida has never met the boy. The little boy is so adorable. His name is Cannon. And I believe he's 2 years old. He gets over to the house. And like he's really familiar with Kurt's older daughter. And with Kurt, of course. So like Rashida was just like, hi, how you doing? And he was like, stop. I would have kicked that little boy right out of my house. Goodbye. Goodbye, you're done. Goodbye. Go on back to where you came from. So the whole time, like, Rashida's just like really trying to warm up to him. And now he is in his terrible twos. So he just kept saying stop. And he was 2 years old in a pull-up. Now, I've never trained a baby on using the bathroom. So I don't know what is a proper age for them to be out of pull-ups. But Rashida said 2 years old, no boy should be in no pull-ups. He need to be in some drawers. I said push through. Now this moves to the scene with Mimi, Faith, and Stevie. When I tell y'all, Mimi pumped. She was, I said, pump, Mimi, pump. She had pumped to that scene, child. So she was talking to, she sat down, she said, let's get right to it. And that girl means business. She just wanted an understanding and like a why. Like, why would you bring my daughter to meet Faith? And I've never met Faith a day in my life before, which makes total sense. And by all means, Faith, it would be best for her to not say anything at this time because you have nothing, you know, to say. You can't say anything at this time. But when I tell you Faith stepped right in and she stepped out on Faith and said, I didn't know. What did she say? I didn't know. She was like, I didn't know that she wasn't aware that she would be meeting Eva without her permission. And like my best friend Crystal always says, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Toodles to you. This was the last scene of the 2-part episode where Pooh went to go meet up with Carly at her little shop or whatever. And was just like, you know, what happened? Like, we were best friends. And Carly, you know, just gave it to her straight. She was just like, you were just doing things that wasn't who I was. I mean, even though she is one of those, she said she wasn't. So, and she also felt like Pooh was clout chasing. So that's another thing as well, which was really weird. But I mean, I would say, to me personally, Carly is more famous to her. Okay, great. Okay, and you know, they're no longer gonna be cool, and all that good stuff. And the last thing that the Pooh said was birds of a feather flock together. Cut it, cut it, cut it out. Those are all my takeaways from this episode. So please leave me some comments. You know, of course, like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to share the content. If you have some things that you wish that I would have talked about this episode, leave them down in the comment section. Again, I try to hit what I feel is more important, or what I feel is funny, or what I feel like I want to hit. But if there's other things that you like for me to hit, other storylines that you would like for me to follow, go ahead and leave them down so I can go ahead and help you guys, and let's all be one big happy family. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. As always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in my next video.
I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. Come to motherfucking digits. I pull it with a lemon. Not 'cause she ain't living.